Alright guys, welcome back. I'm basically going to show you how you can never run out of packs on FIFA. So everyone's going to have a little bit of stuff in their club, but I just want to start at the very beginning. And it starts with these simple, just daily bronze packs. What you want to do is you want to take your bronzes and you want to do these, because this is going to stimulate getting you a few rares into your club as well as a lot of non-rares, which is going to help fuel this entire cycle. So every day you're going to have access to a variety of different bronze SBCs that are going to give you a lot of things for just one bronze card. So for example, these are going to pay out a lot of bronzes that are then going to help us do the grinding upgrade. And this is where it's not as fun as it was in previous years to grind the menu, but it is still kind of an infinite grind. You just have to work at it a little bit. You know, my coin total has not really shifted at all, and I'm able to do all of the daily SBCs and everything like that, just from kind of doing this method over and over and over again. So if you want to see kind of a full cycle of how things go, I'll just kind of run through it here shortly with you. Not going to spend all day doing these on the camera for you, but basically you're going to open all those packs, and what you're going to take from those packs is you're going to take your bronzes, and you're just going to go and fill up these. And this is going to give you these grind packs, which was a super nice addition to the game. It kind of made it so I don't have to worry about grinding packs as much anymore. And so what that looks like then, I'm going to get a whole bunch of these grind packs over and over and over again. And you can see I have a whole bunch right now because I'm still in the middle of the grind. Like, I built these basically when Team of the Season was about to start. I started with like 100. With just things that were in my club. When those silver ones came out, I was able to just dump a whole bunch into those and max it out every single day. It's not even a big deal that you max out the 30 grind packs every single day if you don't want to. Depends on how much time and dedication you want to throw into this grind, because it is super slow. But you can see, you open the grind pack and boom. You get some rares, you get some non-rares. My storage is full right now. I'm going to empty it out here in a second. But for now, I'm just going to discard that. But so you're getting rares and non-rares. And what you can do is you can take those rares and non-rares, and it's a really super simple system. You take the rares and the non-rares, and you throw it into the crafting upgrade, which is super nice. This is where I find I'll actually get Team of the Seasons during this grind if I'm going to get it. So we'll do our gold common. I like to do my storage first, just to make sure there's not anything lingering in there. There's not really. It's usually my club where it has most of them. And so you're just going to fill it up like so. Then you're going to take your gold rare filter. I like to get rid of my storage ones first. And you'll just make these packs endlessly. And so during the week when you don't necessarily like a team, so like right now we're in La Liga. If you don't want to pack La Liga cards, I would just recommend getting the 5 rares and just continue that cycle. Just go through the grind packs, the rare packs, over and over and over again. But what you'll see and what you'll notice when I empty my storage here in a minute, you get an insane amount of rares from this, because every one of these you open is 5 rares. But so if you like packing Team of the Seasons and things of that nature, and you want to target specific ones and not say for Ultimate Team of the Season, the super beneficial thing you can do is you'll do the Premium La Liga upgrade. And this is where I'm going to probably rip 10 or more real quick for you here. Haven't made them yet, so you're going to get to watch that. But so I'm just going to dump all of my gold rares in here, because I've just been accumulating them throughout the week when I didn't have the Premium La Liga. Because you'll notice it goes away right before the new Team of the Season comes out. And so then you have a few days where you can't use anything like this. So you do get a little bit, you would get almost too many rares that you know what to do with. So you're going to have to start using them then in the other SBC, or you keep going in this one. And the beautiful thing about this SBC is it's going to give you commons and rares. And so you just start that cycle over again, but you get to skip the grind pack. So you can start with the 77 by 5s. You can rip a whole bunch of those, which then fuels this more. I know I am throwing too many rares into this. I just have way too many rares in my club right now to deal with fixing this. Like you can see here, we have way too many. And I do want to clean up my storage because my storage is going to be full to the brim, and we're going to rip a whole bunch of these in a row, so I'm going to need the storage space. So you'll see we jumped a couple ratings and things, but it's just such a nice chill menu grind. You know, normally I throw on some TV, something like that, and it just creates infinite packs. You're not guaranteed to get anything great or anything like that, but if you have the pack addiction like I do, this is the easiest way to just go ahead and just run with it. You know, this is endless. I'm hoping it's here during the entire team of the season being out. I'm hoping they continue something like this into fuddies, as well as if we could get an infinitely repeatable, like 83 by 10, something like that of that nature, where I don't have to rely on it only refreshing a few times a day, because that's where my grind's at. I'm grinding these premiums endlessly, and then I'm doing the daily content. So I'll kind of show you after we rip these premiums where I kind of transition from there. But once again, it's super easy method. You know, we're not out there doing league SBCs. We're not out there doing anything complex. It's just taking advantage of the few SBCs they do give us to grind infinitely. And, you know, it's paid out with some team of the seasons. I've just gotten random pulls here or there. I'm hoping I'll get at least one through these premium packs to just kind of give you an idea of how fun the method is for me. And as well with this, if you ever got tired of doing this method or things like this, you could just do simple things to supplement it. You know, you're getting packs, whether you don't like grinding the menus, but you want to be able to grind them a little bit, but you don't want to spend all day on it. Play those squad battles games. Take those subpar rewards that you get a lot of the time and just start this little cycle. It doesn't have to start with the bronze. If you already have stuff, your club's full of it, you know, you can just throw it in there and just run with it. And we're going to rip some premiums real quick for you, just to kind of give you an idea, as well as I know I need more 83s and 84s currently. So nothing good in that first pack. You can see our storage has plenty of room, and that's the main thing. My main indicator is kind of, I'll pull until my storage fills up. Then I know it's time to go ahead and just restart that whole process over and over and over again. But you can see nothing here great so far. We're just going to keep grinding, and we're just going to keep seeing what pops up. I did the icon pack the other day from this method. Like, I just kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and I had stored up so much fodder that my entire storage was like 86 and higher. So that's why you'll see my storage is basically empty now due to me draining it. And I still have an insane amount of team of the seasons in the club. I still have all my invested team of the seasons. So I was able to do that icon pack where I didn't have to buy any players, and I didn't have to sacrifice anyone out of my main team or my reserves. So this is a way that's just going to get you, boom, full of fodder as well. You can see here, we're not having any good luck so far. This, I do feel like, is going to be one of the harder ones, just because the cards that are actually going to be fun to pull or usable to pull are such a high rating that I'm not really expecting anything. You know, I already have Valverde in my team. I've already packed Pajor. So I've got some pulls that have already made their way into my team, whether it was for weekend league or for the foreseeable future. I think Rudiger is going to be a center back of mine for a while, until footies or shapeshifters or something like that really shakes up the game. But you can see here, I know super dry on the pack look, but the concept here is we're ripping packs. I'm just skipping because all I'm trying to show for the video is blues. Otherwise, I'd be paying attention a little bit more to get an idea of what I'm throwing into my storage. I was hoping I think I had 13 to start with. I was going to see one blue or one purple at least. But no luck so far. You can see my storage is barely full as well. So we could have kept building them and kept going, because I still had more rares in the club. But once you get tired of this, and I'll switch gears once I finish the La Liga packs. So we're almost there. The first thing I always do is I don't like wasting an insane amount of team of the seasons, so I'll start with building some team of the week packs. And like I said, this keeps me from wanting to go run a whole bunch of drafts or wanting to sink myself into hours of gameplay to try to get insane pack rewards. This just kind of keeps me feeling current with my team. You know, I'm still generating good pack pulls to add into the lineup and things of that nature. It's going to come down to this final pack. It looks like if we're going to get a blue or a purple even. And that's the thing. This isn't a guaranteed team of the season method or anything like that. But you'll see it's just an infinite cycle, because these packs that have generated from doing this method during the week, 13 already, have generated me so many more of the 77x5s. And it's just continues to fuel it, because then every time I open 3 of these, I get to make another premium one. And this is still giving you the chance at team of the seasons as well. You're going to have a chance at off league ones. So if you really wanted Portuguese league ones, that's where you would want to go. But so, I haven't packed any team of the seasons yet, so we're not going to worry about that. That's what I use once I've packed a few team of the seasons for the day. Then I go in there and I do that. But the first thing we want to start with, you can see I already started a pack there, is, it might have become unhighlighted. Nope, there it is. We want to just make team of the weeks, because team of the weeks are so much better in my opinion, because you don't have to waste the team of the seasons, because there's some things that you're going to want to use the team of the seasons to just boost the rating. For example, like that icon pick. I don't even remember at this point if it was both team of the seasons and team of the weeks, but any chance you can use the team of the week instead of the team of the season, I would jump right on that. I know this is going to be overkill. I just wanted to get it done super quick. That's one of the things that I don't get super bogged down on, because I'm just making endless supplies of this. So we'll make our team of the week pack. And now this is where we get to kind of decide the order we want to go in. So I know one thing I'm struggling with on the La Liga pack is 85s. So I'm going to hold off on that. But what we're going to do to be able to do that is we're going to do the combo upgrade. And this is where you can do a little bit of planning, and it can just make things go a little bit smoother for you. So I 100% could just keep ripping packs until I got the cards I needed. But now that I have a team of the week, I can come over and I can do the 85x5 combo upgrade a lot easier. Because we're going to use the same filter, but we're going to throw it on all. And that should be good enough to get us close. So that should be like a base 83 team. We can use the team of the week we just got. Taram doesn't really help the rating too much. And then I typically just get lazy and I will pick some high rated stuff. You can see we're pretty low right now. So today is really going to refuel the club full of cards. I want to keep my 85s. So I'll throw an 87 in. That looks like a bit overkill, but I really want to keep the 85s for the La Liga pack. So as long as this pack isn't super crazy, we should get some more 85s. We might be able to do that La Liga pack before I kind of let you go. But this is really just an all-inclusive method that's going to let you do the daily stuff. You're going to be able to do fun extra stuff as well when you get an abundance of cards into your club. You know, I just made another 20 to 30 minutes of work for myself by ripping all those packs. You can see here we do get 185. I don't know if that's enough. I'll have to take a gander to see if we can rip that one for you, because that's going to be a really good chance of getting a La Liga team of the season, or a Liga F team of the season is going to be this pack right here. It's not guaranteed or anything like that, but it just is a much better chance. I'm actually going to remove that filter because I might have some specials that I don't care about that are 85 rated. Like that's an old team of the week that I don't really care. For simplicity's sake, I'd love to show a blue, so I'm actually going to spend a little bit of coinage here. I just typically default to goalkeeper. Is probably not the cheapest option. It's just what works for me. I have roughly 3.5 mil if I got like liquid, so I'm not really fussed about spending, you know, a little bit of coinage here. So it looks like 2.2 should be a good one. Boom. This keeper is a little more expensive. That's okay, though. Probably could have tried to snipe one. I might as well save Guardiol for now, just because I feel like I can get a good Eva for him at some point. And so let's go with her. Around that same price. But, so, it's our best shot. Hopefully we get one, even if it's just a bad one. Just to kind of show you that it is worth it. You know, it just takes a lot of grind, but I don't want to make this video super, super long. I want to give you just the general concept of everything, and you can then swing it however you want to. Can we see a blue? We can see a blue. Can we see a double blue? A double blue would be very, very nice. This might be a team of the season, but I don't know who it is off the top of my head. Okay, so we get a purple to start, which isn't bad, and it flips into Banya. Or Banya. Not sure how to say his name, but I have packed him an insane amount of times. But you can see here now, there's 2 of my team of the seasons needed for the pick. And this is how, if you strategize the way you're doing it, it's going to make things super easy on you as well. So now I already have 2 of my 4 team of the season trade-ins good to go. I could do those same 2 players again because I know I have their cards in the club as well as now in the storage, and I can do it right now if I want. I'm going to hold off for now, just to keep things kind of rolling on the video's sake. That really is it. And just, I'm going to run through it one more time just to make it quick. You're going to start with your bronze upgrades if you have nothing in your club. Then you're going to make your grinding upgrades. Then you're going to jump into the crafting upgrade. And then from there is where you're going to strategize. Do you want to pack La Ligas? You do the premium. If you're just fine packing fodder and team of the seasons, keep doing the team of the season crafting upgrade. If you keep doing the team of the season crafting upgrade endlessly, though, you're going to end up with too many rares in your club. So maybe you sprinkle them back and forth still just to kind of keep things moving smoothly. But either way, that's really it. Nothing too complex. Hopefully this helps you guys pack tons of team of the seasons. You can see here, was a little bit of a grind. We did get a couple. Hasn't been super long. It's only been like 15-20 minutes. So just keep grinding, and we're going to pack lots of blues. Thanks for watching. Peace.